already. I avoid his gaze. It obviously makes you feel uncomfortable to talk about, he notices. Yes, I answer, relieved to say so. That's okay. I read the form you submitted. We're going to get you to a point where you are far more comfortable with these topics. He smiles understandingly, and I can't help but laughing nervously. Already he has such a warm, open energy that I can see why women keep coming back. Maybe you can tell me a little about yourself, your childhood, parents, boyfriends. Take me through it all. What was your relationship with your parents like while growing up? Ted asks, soft blue eyes on me. Fine. I never felt like I lived up to their expectations, but that's pretty normal, I'm sure. Normalcy is relative. He raises his eyebrows and smiles, making the point. But it can be quite common, yes. What did your parents expect from you, exactly? Perfection, I blurt out, almost unconsciously. Whew, this is easier than I thought, especially with Ted's nurturing nature. I see, he says, nodding and making a note. And your relationships with boyfriends? Well, I haven't had many. Most weren't that serious. And the ones that were? The one that was. And that would be the one I screwed up. He hums, closing his eyes momentarily in thought, and I get a chance to really look at him. Strong jawline, and his beard is just starting to come in from his morning shave. His hair falls very slightly on one side of his forehead, and I feel the urge to tuck it back for him. And how exactly did you do that? Well, I guess he wasn't who I thought he was, so I left. Very cryptic, he chuckles. Who did you expect him to be? Oh, I don't know. I expected him to be a better man, I guess, when it came down to it. A better man. He looks at me into my eyes, and I feel something in myself stir. Or a perfect one. Chapter 2. Before the second week, Ted sends me an email informing me that we are going to get to the issue at hand and wants my consent to continue with a different type of therapy, the hands-on approach that he is so praised for. Now, this literally involves me touching you, sometimes in a sensual way if needed, but I assure you that I remain very professional and am very experienced in my field, and if I can say, I think this would help you very much. Though not exactly understanding what he means by it and how this would help me, I decide to put my trust in him. I email back my consent. When I arrive, Ted greets me with a welcoming smile, inviting me to sit down on the futon. Have you given our last session any thought? He inquires, flicking back that stubborn cowlick that falls on his forehead. Yes, it was good to talk about all that. He smiles sweetly. Good. And you would like to continue with something not so conventional. Whatever that means, I giggle, with some more initial nervousness by his presence. He joins in on the laugh. No, I trust you, I add, smiling. He gives me a meaningful glance. Great. Well, I would like to get right down to it this week, if you don't mind, he says. Of course, I answer, eager to hear what this session will hold. In our last session, you mentioned that you screwed up your last relationship. Are you able to tell me more about that? I take a deep breath. Yes, sure. Well, the issue was so stupid, really. He waits patiently. I take another breath and blurt out. He watched a lot of porn videos. I pause, then clarify. Pornography. He smiles sweetly. I'm familiar with it. I manage a smile, though I feel a lump in my throat. Well, I didn't like that, and I shrug, punctuating the end of the thought. And you left him. I swallow. Yes, I feel my brow furrowing. It's okay, he assures me. That's good. Well, it's not good. He smiles, breaking the tension. But it's good that you're here. I nod, unable to speak, for fear that I might start to cry. He waits for me to contain myself before continuing. Do you want to know what I think? He asks, and I nod enthusiastically. I think your last boyfriend was a good person. I think you're a good person. At that, I feel my throat constrict again, words I haven't heard in a while. I feel that you cared for him very much, but this issue with porn got in the way, yes? I nod, now able to say a quiet yes. I would like to try something with you. You may not like it. In fact, I know you won't like it. But that's kind of the point.